Hey, this is Carol Billing, and I'm your instructor for Education 201. We're in the online version of this course. And here's the syllabus. So taking a look from the top, you have all of the different ways you can contact me. Email is the best. Probably the second best would be calling me during my office hours on Tuesday and Thursdays when I'm physically in my office. And so that's right here, and here's the phone number. If you can't call during that time, like you might forget or whatever, you can email me and ask me to call you between that and during my office hour time. And that way you don't have to remember to try to call in a specific time. I'll just call you during my office hours. Just give me a phone number. And that might be helpful. Let's see. So email is the best way first. I also have a Facebook page here where I do announcements for Education Club and also anything related to education. We have a separate Education Club Facebook page also, which I'll put in the announcements of your Blackboard. I also use Google Hangout, and this is the email address that's associated with me. And that's great. I love talking through Google Hangout. It's really fast and easy. You can do it anywhere. Do it right from the phone. In fact, even when I'm home and I'm on my computer, if I'm doing a Google Hangout, I generally do it on my phone. And then I have what's called a Kick, which is a text-based app on my phone. So you can text me at this using this Kick app, and it's pretty handy. So there you go. Office phone, generally only in there during office hours. Because I teach so much online, I typically work all over the place, all over Boise and Nampa and home, and it's kind of crazy. I would actually like to be in my office more, but it doesn't work out. Okay, and then I have a Wednesday night virtual office hour that you can do through Hangout or Collaborate. If we need to share a screen, we'll meet and collaborate. Otherwise, I just do a Hangout. That's fast and easy. Okay, so this syllabus, riveting information. I'm sure you'd be thrilled to read every word of it. But it does give all the details on the class, so make sure you take the time to read through all this stuff. I'm going to go over just a couple of highlights. You want to make sure that you log in the first week of Blackboard, first week of the semester into Blackboard. That's how I know that you're planning on participating. So we are required to verify participation twice for financial aid, once at the beginning of the second week and once at the beginning of the third week, I think is what the dates are. They keep changing, so I'll have to double check though. Basically, I'm looking to see that you're actively engaged in our Blackboard classroom. So you're logging in at a relatively recent day. Should be logging in 2 to 3 times a week. And so for week 1, I'm looking that you've logged into Blackboard. And number 2, I'm looking to see that you're doing assignments. So when you look at the course calendar, you'll see I don't have anything due till the 9th, which is past these participation verification dates. So week 2 specifically, I'm looking to see that you're doing assignments, that you've done the announcements assignment, and that you're working on some of the other ones. Okay. So no late assignments. If the link is closed, then you are out of luck. I'm not going to go back and reopen links. It's a nightmare. So make sure you get your stuff in on time, and the course calendar is very helpful for doing that, because everything that's going to be on the Blackboard is going to be in the course calendar. And if there's ever a discrepancy between what's in Blackboard and the course calendar, go with the course calendar. I will always defer to the course calendar first. It's like it has more importance. Here's your grading scale. One rule I have that others may not is I have a 2-week rule in Blackboard, which means once your grade is posted, you have 2 weeks to tell me that I've made an error, and then after 2 weeks it's like concrete and it's set. That's your grade, that's what it is. So make sure you look every week at the grades being entered, and let me know if you have any questions about anything, so we can address it within the first 2 weeks. Okay, textbook. So I understand it's kind of challenging to get the textbook. I've reached out to a few of my former students, and I expect to maybe have some in my office next week if you can't find one. So probably office hour on Thursday would be a good time to drop in if you're looking to borrow a book, or I may have some that are just students turning back and they don't want them back. So that's possible. Otherwise, I would say you need to find one on Amazon. I've got the first 3 chapters scanned in our Blackboard, and so it's not a rush that you find a book like right this minute, but it's definitely a priority during the first week of class that you get a book ordered. Okay, so instructor availability, email anytime, and I'll respond Monday through Friday. I won't answer them on weekends, and then I say that and then I do anyway, but my rule is I'm not required to answer them on Saturday and Sunday, because I'm saying that right there, even though the reality is I probably will. But try to keep it Monday through Friday if you can. But again, I know you guys take online classes because you work during the week, and I totally get that. I take online classes for the same reason, and sometimes I really need a response from an instructor on a weekend, so I understand. I get it. Okay. Office hours, if you can call in, it's always better, because usually if you have a question and I answer it, then you have another question. So if we're on the phone, we can cover a lot more in a 3-minute conversation than 500 emails. So I love it when people call me during my office hours. And if you can't call, just shoot me an email and say, please call me during your office hours and give me your phone number, and I will call you. Okay. Course calendar is in Blackboard, separate document, printable with checkboxes. Attendance, you should plan on 2 to 3 times a week. And the end of the semester course eval, if 80% of the class completes it, then everyone gets extra credit. And so I don't see what you've done, or I'm sure I could look and find out who's done it, but I don't care. I just want to look at that percentage. So you don't need to email me and tell me I did the eval or whatever. I appreciate that. But I'm just looking to see 50 out of 60 have completed it, or whatever, 30. It's probably only 36 in the class, so whatever 80% of 36 is. I'm looking for that magical number. Okay, all this other stuff is straightforward. Please only use your CWI email accounts. I have a terrible problem with other emails going into my junk, and it happens, unfortunately, fairly often. Special notes for online learning. Read through these. Also fascinating reading. I'm sure you'll love it. And I believe that's about it. Wow, 7 minutes. That's pretty good. I think we covered it all. Hopefully you feel pretty confident, got a good grounding, and then I would say just make sure you read this at some point, maybe during the first week. Let me know if you have questions on anything. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.